important chapter of class 11th. It will help you to understand the different things. Like initially we'll go to the angle. Now we were knowing that angle is limited. Now we will be going beyond the limits also for the angle. So that all I am trying to teach you in this particular topic. So first of all, fx equals to sine x. This is said as function, it is sine x. So now we are saying functions. Functions is this. So they are going towards some variable, like in this particular condition, it is variable of x in the particular function. The function is about variable x. So like we will be going for the different things. Now we are going for another condition, that is to understand the angle. I must tell you there is initial axis and one is said as terminal axis. See, terminal axis is moving on the initial axis. This moment could be clockwise and it could be anti-clockwise. The moment could be clockwise. We are going to think about the moment of the terminal axis on the initial axis. So moment would be anti-clockwise, opposite to the clock, and clockwise. These are the two ways of moment. It is moving anti-clockwise. This angle is said as positive angle. Whereas if it is moving clockwise, then the angle will be negative angle. Clockwise moment is giving us negative angle, whereas anti-clockwise moment is giving us positive angle. This was the first most important and most simple thing about the angle. Now see, terminal axis could move. Terminal axis could move initial axis, and this terminal axis is moving and coming back on it. Means terminal axis and initial axis are coinciding. So this angle is said as 360 degree. This angle is said as 360 degree. Now, this 360 is not the limit. Angle could go little more than that also. Like this is 360. If I want to make this only, I was telling you, angle is not now limited. Angle could go positive and negative. First thing, a new thing is introduced today, that is said as negative angle. If the moment of the terminal axis is clockwise, that time we'll say it as negative angle. Then angle could be 10, 20, 30, 40, up to 360. This we were knowing from the previous classes. Now angle could go beyond 360 also. Like I'm showing you 390 degree. It is just repetition. It for 2 rounds also, 3 rounds also. So that depends. But main thing is angle could go beyond 360 also. So we will be able to remember a new thing, that angle could be more than 360 also. And angle could be less than 0 also. Less than 0 is negative angle. Less than 0 is negative angle. So up to this, the point is very much clear we are going for the next thing. This is the most important thing. Till now we were talking about angle. This is 360 degree, na? Degree we are making. It means unit of angle we used to say is degree. But now we could go away from degree also. So that is SI unit of angle is radian. A new thing is introduced to you now, SI unit of angle, and SI unit of angle is radian. Like for degree, we used to make superscript O like symbol, so it will be superscript C like symbol. C like symbol will be for radian. This is the radian. Now we must try to understand what exactly is radian. Ramit, pause 1 minute. See, we have got idea that SI unit of angle is radian. Like degree is the symbol. This for radian we will be having this symbol. Now we are going to relate degree and radian. So just try to see. I'm making a circle. Of radius unit. Unit means 1. It could be 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 meter, whatever. So unit radius, the circle we are making. We are making a circle of radius 1. Now, when this circle is moving a whole round, how much it is moving? Equals to circumference. And this moment is 2 pi r. It is given as r equals to 1. So 2 pi, this is said as radian. If radius is 1, then whatever is formed, that is radian. So 2 pi radian is equals to, this is the whole angle, and that is 360 degree. So we have got idea that 2 pi radian is equals to 360 degree. Now we have got idea 2 pi radian is equals to 360 degree, or I could write pi radian is equals to 180 degree. Now here are two classes. First is 1 radian is equals to 180 upon pi degree, and 1 degree, 180 will go this side. So pi upon 180 radian. Try to think 1 radian is equals to 180 upon pi degree, and 1 degree is equals to pi upon 1 radian. These are the two things. It means we can convert radian into degree or degree into radian. This is one of the most important thing for the day. Now further, we can further classify the angle. Angle can be split into two small more parts. 1 degree is equals to 60 minutes. 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. Don't compare this minute with the clock 1 minutes, time 1 minutes. This is angle 1 minute. By chance the unit is same, but don't compare this minute with that minute. 1 degree is equals to 60 minutes. Means minute is the smaller unit of angle. It is smaller than degree. 60th part of a degree is minute. 60th part of a degree is minute. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. 1 second, sorry, 1 degree equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute equals to 60 second. Means degree can be divided into minute, and that is 1 degree equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. So these things are also important. Now let me give you one formula for the angle. What is angle? We used to just simply say, so what is angle? Angle is equal to arc upon radius. Angle is equal to arc upon radius. Angle is equals to arc upon radius. Over here, angle is in radian. Over here, whatever angle we need to put, that will be in radian. So we have got idea that angle is equals to arc upon radius. It's a new thing for you. So we have got idea that what is angle. Angle is equals to arc upon radius. So this thing is with us. Now a thing comes, define 1 radian. What is 1 radian? Just try to see this thing. 1 radian can be defined as, if arc and radius both are equal, then angle will be 1. If arc is equal to radius, if r is equals to radius, then angle equals to arc upon radius can be written as arc. Arc to arc cancel. Angle equals to 1 radian. So 1 radian angle can be defined as, 1 radian can be defined as the angle made by the arc. The angle made by the arc, which is equal to radius. The angle made by the arc, which is equals to radius at the center. At the center, the angle made by the arc, which is equals to the radius at the center, is 1 radian. So 1 radian angle can be defined as the angle. 1 radian angle can be defined as the angle which is made at the center of the circle by the arc of length equal to radius. Wording might change in each time. Whenever I'm saying you definition, I might change my words a bit. There could be change, but theme must be same, that radius and arc are equal. That time the angle made at the center of the circle is 1 radian. So we have got idea that what is 1 radian. After this, now these all the things we have got idea. If anybody want to take any screenshot, then you take. Otherwise, we are going for the further things. Okay. Now next is converting degree into radian and radian into degree. Degree to radian and radian to degree conversion I am showing you now. Just try to see what is the radian measure for the angle 30 degree. The formula for degree to radian going is, the formula for degree to radian going is pi upon 180. Now overall will be in the radian. This is degree to radian going. So 5 by 6 radian is equals to 30 degree. 30 degree is equals to 5 by 6 radian. Likewise, if it comes 90 degree, then 90 into pi upon 180 radian. That is pi by 2 radian. Every single moment is teaching us something new. Now they may give us angle, like in the book it is given us 25 degree, 47 degree, 30 minute, 240 and 520. So I am doing one minus 15 degree and 30 minute. How much will be it? So first of all, this minute we need to convert into degree. We know that 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. So 1 minute is equals to 1 upon 60. 1 minute equals to 1 upon 60. So it will be minus 15 degree. 30 can be written as 30 upon 60. Now it will be degree. So it will be minus 15 into 1 by 2 degree. Now whole in degree, so once only I am writing. So it will be minus 31 upon 2 degree. Now degree to radian conversion is pi upon 180. Now simplification could be done. So whenever you are converting degree into radian, you need to multiply by pi upon 180. But keep in mind, a small thing you need to keep in mind is directly for minute you cannot apply. First of all, you have to convert minute into degree. You need to convert minute into degree. So this thing you need to keep in mind, otherwise you won't be able to do these questions. So take care of such type of questions. Now you are able to convert from degree to radian. You are able to convert degree to radian. Now they might give us radian to degree also. Like one question is given 5 pi by 3. It is in radian. Radian to degree 5 by 3 into 180 upon pi. Pi to pi cancel 60. 300 degree. So we have got idea how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. So this thing we are able to understand. I think now you will be able to convert and radian into degree. We have learned how to convert degree into radian and radian into degree. So that I suppose you remember 1 degree is equals to pi upon 180 radian, or whenever we are converting degree into radian. Whenever we are converting degree into radian, we need to multiply the particular given term by pi upon 180. Whereas if we need to convert radian into degree, so 1 radian is equals to 180 upon pi. Means radian to degree conversion, we need to multiply by 180 upon pi. So this much you need to remember. This was the previous thing. Also, I have taught you how to convert the further things. So one question we are taking that will help you to understand the topic well. It is a question convert 2 radian into degree, minute and seconds. I suppose once more I'm telling we have 1 degree equals to 60 minutes. 1 degree equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. We have got 1 degree equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. Now see, we are converting 2 radian into degree. Radian into degree, 180 upon pi. If we will multiply by 180 upon pi, radian will move towards degree. So it will be 2 into 180 upon the value of pi we can put. And the value of pi is 22 upon 7. 7 I'm writing over here. I don't think you are facing any problem. Denominator will become the numerator. Denominator will become numerator. So that concept I am applying now. 2, 11. It will become 0. 1260 divides 11. This many degree. Now division concept you try to concentrate. That is the most important thing. Division concept. So see, 1260 must be divided by 11. 1260 must be divided by 11. So it will be 11 months, 11, 16, 11 months, 11, 50, 11, 4, 44, 6. So how we will be writing it? It will be 114 whole 6 upon 11 degree. Now concentrate at this point. This could be written as 114 degree 6 upon 11. Now this is degree. I am converting degree to minute, means the smaller units of the angle. Smaller units of the angle. So into 60. This becomes 114 degree 360 upon 11 minute. Now again we need to simplify it. So we are dividing 360 by 11. So 11 3, 33, 30, 11 2, 22 8. So it becomes, again try to concentrate. Now 114 degree will be as it is. 114 degree will be as it is, and the rest part 32 whole, 32 is the question part, 32 whole 8 upon 11 minute. Now next step is 114 degree 32 minute 8 upon 11. Now further, I don't want to go to decimal, so I am converting it into seconds. Again 60 multiplied, this will be seconds. So this becomes 480 divides 11. 11 4, 44, 40. So 11 3 or approximately 4 we can write. So the final answer is coming that you see 114 degree 32 minutes and 43 seconds. Now see, if in case this particular 3 is written 4 or 5, no matter. If this particular number is written in place of 3, 4, 5 or 2, don't feel anything. Means whatever number, this is different from the answer sheet. Never mind. And one more thing, if in case this is negative time, then the whole answer will become the negative time. If it is negative time, then the whole answer will become negative times. Means minus sign is not creating a big problem. So I suppose this much you are able to understand. It is really worth question. If it comes, then it will be of 2 marks. Ramit. Now see, another question is given. It is question number 3. A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. A wheel makes 360 revolutions in 1 minute. Through how many radians does it turn in 1 second? So in 1 minute, wheel turns 360 revolution. In one particular minute, the wheel is taking 360 revolution. In 1 minute, wheel is taking 360 revolutions. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So in 60 seconds, wheel turns 360 revolution. In 1 second, it will turn 360 must be divided by 60. 6 revolution. Think in 1 minute, 360 revolution. 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So 60 seconds, 360 revolution. 1 second, 6 revolution. Now the question, see again. Through how many radian does it turn in 1 second? In 1 second. So in 1 second, how many radians it turns? So we know that in 1 revolution or round, it turns 2 pi radian. One whole angle, hope you are able to understand. The whole angle is 360 degree and 360 degree equals to 2 pi radian. So in 1 revolution, it turns 2 pi radian. So in 6 revolutions, it turns 6 into 2 pi, that is 12 pi radian. Answer. Hope you will be able to remember this also. It is really, I like this question. So it's nothing, we cannot say it is tough or something like that. Now let me remove this. Now let us see, next question is, find the degree measure of the angle subtended at the center of the circle of radius 100 centimeter and arc 22 centimeter. See, we know that angle is equal to arc upon radius. Angle is equals to arc upon radius. Find the degree measure of the angle subtended at the center of the circle of radius. Radius is given 100 centimeter by an arc of length 22 centimeter. Now see, angle equals to arc upon radius. This angle is in radian. This angle is in radian. Now this radian angle we are going to convert into degrees because answer is required. Find the degree measure. So it will be 22 upon 100 into 22 upon 100. Now radian to degree conversion is 180 upon pi. And in the question, the value of pi is given to us. 22 by 100 into 180 upon pi. 22 by 7. 22 cancel. This will be 25. 2529. 63 upon 5. This many degrees. If you want to leave over here, then fine. If you don't want to leave over here, then we can simplify it also. 12 degree. Now 3 upon 5. This we need to convert it into minutes. So 60. Now it will be in minutes. 12 degree, 36 minutes. This will be the angle subtended at the center of the circle by the arc of length 22 centimeter and radius of the circle is 100 centimeter. These two things are given to us. So I think question is really worth easy. Now one more I'm doing question number 5. Then you need to solve these questions. It is, listen carefully. In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, in a circle of diameter is given to us 40 centimeter. The length of the chord is 20 centimeter. See, chord is 20 centimeter and diameter is given to us 40 centimeter. This is 20, this whole is 40. If I join this, then it will be radius will be shortly 20. Now listen carefully. In a circle of diameter 40 centimeter, the length of the chord, this one, is 20 centimeter. Find the length of minor arc of the chord. We need to calculate the length of arc. So for that, we must be knowing the angle. At the center. Hope you are able to see this angle 20, 20, 20. It means it will be equilateral triangle. So angle theta will be equal to 60 degree. But we cannot go with degree. We know that angle equals to r upon radius, and this angle must be in radian. So we have in degrees, so convert it into radian. Pi upon 1. It will be pi by 3. Angle will be pi by 3. Arc we need to calculate upon radius is equals to 20. So arc will be equals to 20 pi by 3. Now simplification. See, if we are moving in the quadrant pattern, then this is said as first quadrant. This one is said as second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. So this much I suppose each one of you remember that the quadrants are like this. Now after quadrant, these quadrants limits. Like this quadrant is starts from 0 degree, and it will move this much, then it becomes 90 degree. I must come little down. 90 degree. This one is 180 degree, and last this will be 270 degree. Again, coming back, if I'll take a complete round, this one is also 360 degree. Means 0 and 360 lies at the same point. This is somewhat like this. See, this is the initial axis. On this one is the view one is the terminal axis. View one is rotating. It's 90. Again rotation. Now I'm not able to show you very nicely because of my hand, but somewhere, see, this is the marker and this is 180. If it comes down, it is 270 and now it is 360. So likewise, we are learning the rotation. Now there are some of the conditions that try to see. It is A, S, T, C. I could say it as add sugar to coffee. Add sugar to coffee. A means all positive. A means all positive. In this, whatever is coming, that will remain positive. But when we will reach to the second quadrant, then this sign will be positive. When we are reaching to the third, this 10 will be positive. And fourth, cos will be positive. In the best words, if I'm writing, then try to see this thing. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec. All are positive. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Whereas as soon as I reach second quadrant, sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec. In this C, S means sine is positive, cos will be negative, tan will be negative, cot will be negative, sec will be negative, and cosec will be positive. So sine and opposite of sine is cosec. Sine and cosec will be positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. This is A. Add sugar to coffee. Add sugar to coffee. A stands for all positive. In this quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Whereas in the second, only S means sine and opposite of sine is cosec. They two are positive, rest four are negative. Same way, as soon as I jump to third quadrant, in this T means 10 will be positive. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Sine is negative, cos is negative, tan is positive, and opposite of tan is cot is positive, sec is negative, and cosec is negative. This is the next thing which we must be knowing. So in this all positive, in this one, sine and cosec are positive, rest are negative. In this, tan and cot are positive, rest of the trigonometric ratios are negative. Now we are going to the last. In this C means cos will be positive. So sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec. Sin is negative, cos C is positive, tan negative, cot negative, sec will be positive, and cosec will be negative. So likewise, we can remember that add sugar to coffee. ASTC, whatever you feel is comfortable, you must remember that. And that teaches us A means all positive. In this quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios will be positive. Whereas as soon as we will go above 90 but less than 180, in that condition, S means sine and cosec will be positive. Third quadrant is above 180 but less than 270. So in that quadrant, tan and cot are positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios are negative. Fourth quadrant, 270 to 360. And in this C means cos and sec will be positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. So this thing we need to remember, and it is really very easy. Now see what next we could do. Zero, 360. I have made some space so that I must be able to teach you next things also. Now see, like we are going for the situation sin x equals to 1 by 2. Sin, oh, sorry, this was not visible, I think. Sin x equals to 1 by 2. We need to find other trigonometric ratios, but main thing you must remember, x belongs to second quadrant. X is in the second quadrant, or x lies between 180 and 90. 90 to 180. X lies between 90 to 180. So let us move. See, to calculate it, we could go to the trigonometric ratios or some other thing. So I'm going with the trigonometric ratios, that is triangle way to calculate other trigonometric ratios. Now sine is perpendicular on hypotenuse. Sine is perpendicular on hypotenuse. Hope you remember this. Using Pythagoras theorem, I can calculate the base. Base is equals to under root hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square. That gives me under root 2 square minus 1 square. So 2 square is 4 minus 1 under root 3. So now all the trigonometric ratios I need to calculate. So cos x will be based on hypotenuse, means root 3 by 2. Afterwards, we will see the sign. First of all, we are calculating the values. Now cos then tan. Tan x is perpendicular upon base 1 upon root 3. Cot x is equals to base on perpendicular root 3 upon 1. Then sec x, hypotenuse on base, that is 2 upon root 3. Then cosec, hypotenuse on perpendicular 2 upon 1. Now we are going to think on the quadrant pattern. It lies in the second quadrant, 90 to 180. So in that, what remains positive? Sine is positive and cosec is positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. So these things we need to calculate. Likewise, I suppose now you will be able to calculate the questions. Pravneet, stop. Now see, bete, one question comes. This is find the value of. I'm teaching with you these things with one method. After some time, another method also I'll give you. The best method is coming tomorrow. This is the basic method, but this will help you to understand the angle conditions. Like find the value of sine 390 degree. So first of all, I must show you what is 390 exactly. So 390 wise, just try to see if I'm going like this is 90, 180, 270, 360. 360 plus 10 plus 20 plus 30. Up to this point, it was 360 plus 30 is overall 390 degree. And as I was telling you, 360 is almost zero. So sine 390 can be written as 360 plus 30. And 360 and 0 is same thing. 360 and 0 is same thing. So it will become sine 30 and its value will be 1/2. This is just I'm trying to show you angle could go beyond 360 also. And how it forms it, that rotation I was trying to show you. One more I am going, this will be little more. Now cos 765. Now see, as per my words, I have told you one round is equals to 360. Second round is equals to 720. And then 720, 730, 740, 750, 760, 765. So this angle is 765. That means one round 360, second round 720 plus 45. So it will be cos 360 plus 360 plus 45. 360 is 0, 360 is 0. I could also write 2 into 360 plus 45. And 360 is 0, 0 into 2 will be 0. So cos 45 and cos 45 is 1/root. One more. It will be the last with the rotation pattern. See, the rotation is going, if you are able to see, we are rotating the angle in the anti-clockwise manner. Anti-clockwise manner means positive angle. If I go for the clockwise rotation, then it will be negative angle. So one negative angle also I must show you, and then we will say, yes, this portion is over. So now 10, 330 degree with negative sign. See, positive angle moves anti-clockwise, negative angle moves clockwise. So clockwise rotation will be like this. It is 330 degree. Now, how to calculate this 330-degree angle? That calculation part I'm leaving. That I'll teach you after this. So don't go anything how it will be and negative angle. Just rotation wise, you have got idea. Now see, as the in the other class I was telling you, Mansi, Prameet. See, as I have told you, angle now onwards we will take in radian because SI unit of angle is radian. So it will be 0 radian or 2 pi radian. This will be pi by 2 radian. This will be pi radian. This will be 3 pi by 2 radian and 2 pi. So same thing, whatever we are thinking is in degrees, that lies in radian only. Yesterday we have done a bit about it that in particular quadrant, what is the real pattern. So that only we are going to revise again. As I have told you, this is 0 degree. This one is 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, and 360 degree. Likewise, if I want to go to the radian, then radian I must change the color. This will be 0 radian. This will be pi by 2 radian. This will be pi radian. This will be 3 pi by 2 radian, and this at the end will be 2 pi radian. So altogether, this is the pattern. Now see, as we have done already, that whenever (90 minus theta) comes less than 90, it will be lying in the first quadrant. Whenever it is coming more than 90, that is 90 plus theta. Whenever it is coming less than 180, 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta again lies in the second quadrant. This was first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Now 180 plus will be coming in the third. Likewise, 270 minus theta is lying in the third quadrant, and 270 plus theta is also lying in the is lying in the fourth quadrant. 360 minus theta or 0 minus theta is lying in the fourth quadrant, and at the end 360 plus theta is lying in the first quadrant. Pravneet, stop. 90 plus theta. This 90 plus theta can also be written as pi by 2 plus theta, because pi by 2 is in radian and 90 is in degree, so both are representing same thing. This could also be written as pi minus theta. This could also be written as pi plus theta. This could also be written as 3 pi by 2 minus theta. This could also be written as 3 pi by 2 plus theta. This could also be written as 2 pi minus theta or 0 minus theta. This could also be written as 2 pi plus theta. Means each angle can be written in radian or in degrees. Now I am going to show you some more deep concepts that you need to understand. Try to see them, that will help you a lot. So let us see. See over here, sine 90 minus theta. Sine 90 minus theta. It was in class 10th also, but yes, I know that was not in the syllabus, so you might not be knowing what exactly it was. So sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Cot 90 minus theta is tan theta. Sec 90 minus theta is cosec theta. And last cosec 90 minus theta is sec theta. Same way, if I am going to 90 plus. Now this time I am writing with the radian. So it will become sine pi by 2 plus theta. Cos pi by 2 plus theta. Tan pi by 2 plus theta. Cot pi by 2 plus theta. Sec pi by 2 plus theta, and at the end cosec pi by 2 plus theta. Now try to see one thing which is very much important right now, that is add sugar to coffee. ASTC. It means in this second quadrant, sine and cosec will be positive. Sine and cosec will be positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. And we know that sine will change to cos, cos will change to sine. Tan will change to cot, cot will change to tan. Sec will change to cosec, cosec will change to sec. So I suppose now you are able to understand. Once I have written with the degrees, next time I have tried to write with the radians. Now same ways I'm going for. Now full board must be covered, na? That's why I'm keeping it a bit back. Now same, we are going for 180 minus theta. So 3 I write with radian and 3 I write with degree. Sine pi minus theta. Cos pi minus theta. Tan pi minus theta. Cot 180 minus theta. Sec 180 minus theta. and cosec 180 minus theta. Now again try to see, it is in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant sine is positive, cos negative, tan negative, cot negative, sec negative, and cosec is positive. In the second quadrant, sine and cosec are positive, rest are negative. And when we are going for 180 or pi minus theta, in that case sine remains sine, cos remains cos, means everything remains same. Tan remains tan, cot remains cot, sec remains sec, cosec remains cosec. So it is sin 180 minus theta is plus sin theta. Like cos 180 minus theta will be minus cos theta, because in second quadrant sine and cosec will be positive, rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. Likewise, now I am going to 180 plus. So it will be sine 180 plus theta, cos 180 plus theta, tan 180 plus theta. Cot, now again I am writing some of them as pi. Pi plus theta, sec pi plus theta, and cosec pi plus theta will be equals to. Now it is third quadrant, and in third quadrant tan and opposite cot are positive, rest of the trigonometric ratios are negative. Tan and cot are positive, rest of the trigonometric ratios are negative. So it will be sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, and cosec theta. This is only possible when you are able to remember add sugar to coffee. Otherwise, you won't be able to remember. And one thing you must be very much sure, if you are not doing class 10th trigonometry, then it will be little tough for you. And trigonometry needs practice. So practice is required. Now let us come to 360 directly. We are going for 360. So try to see this. It is sine 360 minus theta, cos 360 minus theta, tan 2 pi, now I'm writing 2 pi minus theta, cot 2 pi minus theta. Now sec 0 also could be written, so 0 minus theta, and cosec 0 minus theta. Now again try to see a small concept that is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, C means cos and opposite to cos is sec will be positive. Cos and sec will be positive. Rest of the trigonometric ratios will be negative. Cos and sec will be positive. Other trigonometric ratios will be negative. So it will be sin theta, cos theta, tan theta with negative sign, cot theta with negative sign, sec is positive, and cosec is negative. So likewise, we used to go. If we want to write for Prameet, now see, we are going in the first quadrant, that is Sine 360 plus theta cos 2 pi plus theta tan 0 plus theta cot 0 plus theta sec 360 plus theta and cosec 2 pi plus theta. Now see, in the first quadrant, all positive means sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, and cosec theta. First quadrant, all positive. So like this way, we could write the trigonometric ratios in the particular pattern. So I don't feel you won't be able to do this. आराम से सब कर सकते हैं. You will be able to score in it. Pravneet, stop. Then we'll continue. So each moment you need to keep it in your mind. It will help you. I try to share the formulas once again with you, and that you must be knowing every time. You must be able to prepare this particular thing. Only you will be able to solve questions. Now I am solving some of the questions that will make you understand the topic. Pravneet. See, now few values we are going to learn how to calculate. Like we are calculating sine 120 degree. We are calculating cos 135 degree. We are also calculating tan 150 degree. So these three values we will try to understand what is the real processor. So see, this we could do. Now I keep on going like this. Step should not be like this, but to make you understand, and within a few given reason, I want to do this question. So this could be written as sine 90 plus 30. Sine 90 plus 30 is 120. We will be going with 90 plus only. We cannot go 60 plus like. So sine 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta is plus cos theta. Plus cos theta. Theta is right now 30. So the value of cos 30 is √3 pi. This is the answer. Sine 120 is √3 pi. Now we are going for cos 135. This could be written as cos 90 plus 45. And cos 90 plus theta is minus sine theta. So it will be minus sine 45, and minus sine 45 minus will remain as it is. Cos 40, sorry, sine 45 is 1 by. So cos 135 is 1 by √2. Also we are able to see one thing. Sine 120 lies in the second quadrant because it is above 90 and less than 180. So in second quadrant sine is positive. And in second quadrant cos is negative. Now we are going for tan 150. So it will be tan 90 plus 60. Tan 90 plus theta. Tan 90 plus theta is minus cot theta. And cot 60 is 1 upon √3. All the three items with 90 plus. If I want to solve the same with, I could write sine 180 minus 60. Sine 180 minus theta is sine theta, that is sine 60, and the value of sine 60 is root 3 by 2. This I am showing you if I am changing the method. If I am changing the method, then also we are getting the same answer. Same way, if we want to do this, then it will be cos 180 minus 45. And cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta minus cos 45. And cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So this we are able to understand. One last question. 10 180 minus 30. 180 by 30 is 150 only. And 10 180 minus theta is minus 10 theta. And the value of 1030 is 1 by root 3. I'm just showing you with black pen as well as with red pen. The question could be done with different methods, but answer will be same. Whatever method you are using, answer will be same. So likewise, now you could do the questions. Try to solve as many as questions you could do. Identities are in front of you. Some are there and some I have erased that also.